Hey guys, I'm Aamir Patel. I'm in your honors biology class and I'm here to teach you about gene therapy. First of all, let me say the program I'm using is called Terraria. I'm just using this for educational purpose. So please just enjoy the video and please learn something. So first of all, let me start off with some background information. Gene therapy means inputting a healthy human's gene sequence into that of an affected human's genes. This will only change one nucleotide, but can be a major cure for something like cystic fibrosis or even hemophilia, which are both pretty deadly diseases. And again, this only can change one nucleotide. This is an important concept to it, and you must understand it only changes one nucleotide. Also, another important concept that the DNA can't just be like inputted, it has to be carried in by something. So what we call the thing that carries it is a vector. And basically a vector is a virus that instead of having the bad DNA of a virus, it's inputted with the human DNA so it can repair and even reproduce the right type of DNA. So what happens is that the vector is given healthy human DNA, put into a human body, and then the human body is then the vector is input into the human body, and then the human body takes the DNA from the vector, and then the human body starts reproducing that DNA, and will hopefully start reproducing the protein it's meant to. Another thing is that's a very important concept, so if you need more explanation, you can ask me at the end of the video, or you can just look in the book, which explains it a lot better. Some pros and cons to gene therapy is that gene therapy can cure a lot of diseases, but not a whole lot. It can cure like diseases like hemophilia, cystic fibrosis, some types of cancer, which is a big one because cancer is pretty scary to some people, and Alzheimer's, which is a degenerative brain disease. But people are kind of scared of gene therapy because they don't know how far gene therapy can extend to, and they don't know. It's pretty costly and it's kind of risky because the vector can sometimes be caught by the body's immune system, and it'll somehow find a way to kill it, which is very bad. So I'm going to show you in a very, very simplified way how gene therapy works. And also, if you guys like my little message, let's give out a shout. Hey, let me get on this other side. Sorry about that. Forgot to make a little passage for me. Okay. So in this example, there's two DNA strands. There's one to the right, which is the healthy human's DNA that this guy, the vector, is going to take on, and this DNA right here, which is the affected human's DNA. So remember that. Healthy, unhealthy. Healthy, unhealthy. Let's just say, for example purposes, that this person, the affected human DNA, has hemophilia, which causes blood to thin and not clot when bleeding, so it'll just keep on bleeding. So this vector will go to the DNA, will have to absorb the DNA sequence, and take that DNA sequence, go into the human body with these barriers, and put the DNA sequence into a cell. So we'll just say this little area is a cell, and this is the DNA of a cell. So it finds the part that is different and changes it into that. So here it's stone, wood, but here it's wood. So that shows over here it's TAA, but there it's AAA. So it changes this DNA sequence to match that DNA sequence. So now these two DNA sequences are the same, and they will produce the same types of proteins and enzymes which are necessary for body function. So let's just go over this again. The vector, this guy right here, copies this DNA strand and then takes it to the human body, where it puts it in a cell, and changes the DNA so it can be like that of the healthy cell, and then it keeps on doing this for as many cells as it can, and it usually takes around 6 to 7 inputs of vector so you can actually cure it. And what happens is the cells just keep on reproducing and reproducing, and will create the right proteins hopefully and everything, but there's still a lot of risks because we don't know if the immune system is strong enough to see that small of a vector that the scientists have created. So still there's a lot of ifs and buts in it, and there's a lot of ethical issues with that, like how far can we go with it and everything. And sometimes gene therapy doesn't even work, and after gene therapy doesn't work, so there's still a lot of risks for it. So if you want to do research, there's a ton of information online, or just ask Miss Morgan because she's an expert on it, and well, at least when I talked to her she was. So thank you for your time, and have a good Friday or Thursday whenever you see this.